going to talk about the construction management program here at Laredo College. We're joined by Hugo Ortega. He is one of the professors of the program. Mr. Ortega, how are you?
I'm very pleased to be here with you, sir.
Now, I like this setup because we're actually, it looks like if something is being constructed here, but this is the building that you're in here on campus. And I want to talk to you about this construction management program that is offered here at LC. So now you just came on board about a year ago. Tell us about the program, Mr. Ortega.
I'm very enthusiastic to be part of this project, sir, because indeed the program became precisely a year ago during the fall semester. And I was very fortunate to apply and be picked up for this position. We have been growing even in this short span of time, but the program classes or curriculum were already formed, and I am following it, being efficient at the classes the courses that we're discussing, and we believe and we're pretty certain that once any one student comes to our program and takes the courses that form the whole program, he or she is going to be enabled to function as an apprentice superintendent and possibly even an apprentice project manager.
Tell us about construction management. What does that entail exactly for those who may be wondering?
Okay, well, it's huge in the sense that construction management, as its name implies, it's about managing something, and in this case, it's a construction scenario. This job requires that a person, man or woman, and a lot of women are being very successful on this type of tasks as well. It's extremely successful, as they are at everywhere else. Requires that the person is in charge of a program, in charge of a project, overseeing the whole project since before its actual starting, and determining the design and being part of the design and the layout all the way throughout to the conclusion of the project. So the task is rather huge. And as you would know, construction is everywhere, has been everywhere, and there's no sign of it really slowing down. Therefore, we are very fortunate to have this program here in Laredo College, and I am very enthusiastic and willing to promote the program because I believe that I know for sure that the industry requires people, young and not so young, that will go through this program in particular, and learn the fundamentals of construction and construction management. The task is huge.
Sure.
The task involves all kinds of organizational skills and dealing with budgets and dealing with schedules and dealing with management of personnel and so many things. And things typically get difficult. I mean, in a field like this, and in many other jobs as well. But we believe that we are preparing the people rather well, and therefore they will be able to function as an apprentice project manager.
So somebody who comes into the program is they're going to work towards a certificate, or what is it that they're working
We
towards?
are able to award a 1-semester certificate as well as second semester and then ultimately a 3-semester, which upon their academic courses will render them able to get their associate degree. And we are very much pushing for such. But even if a person was to simply consider taking a 1-semester, which would be 4 to 5 classes, they will get to know those classes, which begin with basic safety requirements and estimating and construction methods and materials and construction technology, things of that sort. And they will most likely become even more eager and enthusiastic to continue on. And quite sincerely, that's what happened to me decades ago after just taking a cabinet making class.
Really?
So, yeah.
Well, I want to hear that story real quick. So that's how you got into construction management, after taking a cabinet making class?
I'm not from the Laredo area.
Okay.
I reside in the Harlingen area, and not being so young, but wanting to learn about cabinet making, I went to a local college there, which I very much I love that college as well. And I simply wanted to learn how to make cabinets. And as I expressed to the professor there that I wanted to learn how to make cabinets, he said, "Well, cabinet making is just part of this program, and if you go through the whole program, you're going to learn how to make a home." And I thought, my God, I only want to learn. I wish I could learn how to make cabinets. To learn how to make a home seems huge. And yes, I did. I went through it,
Wow.
and because I was so eager and I was very serious about my education, I did well. And that program, that education, opened the doors as it does to so many students
Yeah.
here and there, to make them able to go into the construction field knowing the fundamentals. And the beauty about this type of programs, to include ours, is that the construction industry, is in dire need of more people to know these fundamentals and know how to estimate and understanding the process of how things are put together, understanding the scheduling system, and so many other things, so that they can be in charge of all the rest of the people, which is again a huge task. But the industry wants these people because everything being built out there requires some very knowledgeable person to be in charge of it. And with the industry, it's lacking those type of people very much so, and having to recur to some people that may not have enough experience or knowledge. But here we are trying to precisely give that to students, and hopefully we will grow and therefore help the local industry, and maybe not just locals as it typically happens, and spread for this young people or not so young people to get jobs in so
Yeah.
many other parts of the state.
And that's really what it's all about, right? Is getting these students back out to the workforce and getting them.
It
to
is so
succeed.
much that our students who had been working already, working young
Right.
people, they're coming to the program, and now they are being hired by construction employers who, because they are in our program, that's the key there, and they are allowing them to actually come to our program at 5 p.m., which is when we have managed to start our face-to-face classes per se, because we also have a number of online courses, and therefore they can keep on working and studying, and that's what the employer wants. Their employers are pushing them and supporting them to go through the program and therefore get all the knowledge that they can.
That's great news. I mean, that's amazing
It,
for
uh,
our
it,
students.
it is great, and some other programs also have the same practice. Perhaps
Sure.
welding and air conditioning. They also have classes per se at night or in the evenings that allow people to work in everywhere,
Yeah.
but especially in their fields, and also continue to enhance their knowledge.
What kind of individual should consider getting into this program? If somebody's out there and they're not sure what they want to do, who would want to come to this program?
You see, that is a most interesting question, and I hope I can answer that correctly or appropriately. It takes an individual who is decisive, who can learn so many things like blueprint reading and estimating, and understand and practice all the safety needs for any one program. But this person needs to also be very strong, because he or she is going to manage the entire project. And to manage the entire project takes a lot of knowledge. I mean, blueprint reading, estimating, specifications, OSHA, building codes, all kinds of stuff. But they need to deliver it. This person needs to have the confidence that a manager requires to be able to give orders and make sure that those orders are followed in the proper manner. I cannot teach, and I express this to many people, I cannot teach common sense. And I don't think anyone can.
Wow.
So it takes a particular individual that can analyze this and therefore get their sense of priority straight and understand that, hey, this thing goes first and this second and this later, and this thing can actually float in between and things of that sort. And we discuss all those scenarios on a scheduling class that we have, as well as some other classes that contemplate those type of situations, like what goes first, what goes later, and so on. But then the firmness of the assertiveness of being, hey, this needs to happen by this date. Here's the schedule. Here's the tools. I'm giving you what you need. Get it done. That is upon the particular individual. And hopefully he or she will build this up. By the way, communication, it's a must. Communication is a must. Communication skills.
Do the individuals that inquire about the program, do they need to have any experience in construction management or in construction at all?
They do not. And I'm going to disclose this. I have even found that some of the individuals that have expressed that they have some knowledge and experience, they do not. Their knowledge or experience, it's acquired not in a solid manner, and therefore when they come here and begin to see the nature of the classes, they realize that what they knew was not entirely applicable to how things really are carried in a construction scenario. That is not necessarily bad. What I like to do in that case is, okay, I'm going to teach you like if you don't know anything, because that's how we start regardless. A high school student comes, he or she may not know anything about construction, and we begin from the beginning. And those students also realize, oh, so this is the difference between nominal and dimensional. This is the difference between understanding this building code, and this is the difference between estimating this thing in this manner, and so on. So I like either way when someone comes or when they don't, because I almost have, this is the first job that I get to enjoy myself. I actually love teaching this particular subject.
Moral of the story is you don't need any experience. If you're interested in a new career or considering any sort of career, this could be your path.
You do not. In the past, because I've been teaching now for quite a while, I have had nurses, I have had policemen, I have had an attorney once, I had a doctor in psychology, and they came to a program like this one, and they said, Mr. Ortega, I want to learn about construction. Really? Why? Because I want to build my own home. Wow. Okay. Congratulations. Let's get to it. And they did. By the way, they did. I cannot tell you how many successful students I have had throughout my construction career. And I know that this will also be the same situation. But no, you don't need to have experience. You just need, like most things, you have to have the desire and the eagerness to learn.
So the program is fairly new to the college, construction management, but you've already seen the students that have come through here. They're already out in the workforce.
Even here, sir. Even here in this 1 year of tenure that I've been here, they were in certain jobs that was not necessarily construction, and now they're in the construction field because construction companies are contacting us to asking us for students, and we are so pleased to be able to give them some names. They go through interviews, and they are getting hired. So we're very pleased about that. A program who couldn't place their students wouldn't remain there alive for too long. So our program is going to be very successful.
Sounds exciting, Mr. Ortega. So if anybody's interested in construction management here at Laredo College, how do they go about finding out more information?
I am so glad you're asking me that, sir. We have a very good website in our Laredo College website per se, and more importantly, and I really wish that they would contact me. Okay. My email address is hugo.ortega@laredo.edu, and my office phone number is 956-794-4530. I would be thrilled to talk to anyone and to begin to give them information that they would be seeking of. We're very much wanting and hoping to get more students, because, by the way, I'm glad you're giving me all this time. There are some extremely kind people supporting our program from the outside industry, really supporting our program, and because of them, we are also being able to get equipment and materials that are able to enhance our program and what we teach. So By the way, construction management, we don't just talk management. We actually show some of the fundamental practices, this being framing one of them, and concrete as well, and some other practices, so that the future managers understand the intricacies, the difficulty of what it takes to put something together. So that makes this program very, very specific.
We do have some incredible donors that assist
Yes.
some of our programs, and it's a testament to the fact that they support what we're doing here at Laredo College, but it's also because they realize there's value to students coming through our construction management program.
I mean,
because they may get some,
it closes the loop.
Yeah.
I mean, we're so thrilled to be able to obtain this help, but it will eventually end up producing graduates, and therefore the graduates will be incorporate to the construction industry in so many ways.
So give me the phone number again, this sort of thing.
956-794-4530. It's my office phone number. And they can call me, leave a message, and my email as well, hugo.ortega@laredo.edu, and I will be glad to answer any questions.
Sounds good. And then you can go to the Laredo College website, just look for construction management if you want to do that before you call this sort of thing.
It would be a good process to start, and therefore they can get they can see about what courses make the program and
Sure.
so on, and then when we talk, hopefully I can explain even further.
I'm excited. I'm not going to lie to you. I did not know what construction management was until you sat down and talked to me, because I thought, oh, it's just building things. I didn't realize it's
Well,
being at the forefront of that and leading others.
You see, it's not just building.
Yeah.
I wish it was actually more. We have incorporated the building so that, again, the future managers know, okay, as they give their orders, we have to frame this.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, I always thought this, sir. A manager should know more than the people he or she manages. I really firmly believe that. So therefore, the manager in this case is going to know what it takes to frame a wall, and is going to know how to put a suspended ceiling, and is going to know how to put the drywall, and how to pour this concrete, and how to plaster that wall, and the difference between all these materials. So many things that we talk, but we also do incorporate some hands-on to that, and therefore that closes the loop into someone learning. Because just to sit in the class and talk, wears anyone down.
No, it sounds like a lot of fun, and it's a promising career for a lot of our potential students, this sort of thing.
We firmly believe that, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, congratulations and continued success on this program, and I hope you get a lot more students that we can get out back in that workforce.
I'm very grateful to you, sir, and I'm very grateful to all of the support that I have been getting since day one in this college. I have to tell you that I'm thrilled to be a part of this college, and the support that we're constantly getting, it's really something. It's something tangible. Thank you, sir.
I'll check back with you in a year and see how things are then. How about that?
All right.
Thank you, Mr. Ortega.
I'm not going to be younger, though.
Oh, well, neither will I, so we'll be on the same page, okay? Thank you, Mr. Ortega.
You're welcome.